Welcome to Money Muscle Mindset, the podcast designed to motivate and educate you on your journey to financial and fitness success and to develop the mentality needed to achieve your goals. I'm Zay Molina, and this episode, guys, is a very special episode because I'm proud to announce that this is officially our 25th episode of Money Muscle Mindset. I want to first thank you guys for watching and, tuning into these episodes, guys. I hope in some way or another, they've been able to benefit you to help you guys really grow on your goals and get in the fitness space, financial space, and in your mentality. And so with that, guys, for this 25th episode, I wanted to kind of bring something special to where today we're going to dive deeper into one of our three topics and really focus on that in a more educational aspect rather than just a more generic concept that applies to all three, right? And what are our three topics? Well, of course, they're money, muscle, mindset. So today, guys, we're going to talk about money and more specifically, 3 tips that can help you guys build wealth. So we won't be talking too much about fitness or mindset at all. They may come up here and there for examples, but today we're really going to focus on 3 different things that we can implement in our lives to help us build the wealth that we're looking for. So without further ado, let's dive into the special episode of Money Muscle Mindset. So tip number 1, guys, to really help you start building your wealth is mastering your cash flow. What does that mean? Well, understanding your income versus expenses, aka budgeting. Now, I believe budgeting, guys, is a very overlooked and very underrated type of skill that so many people do not do. When it comes to building wealth and trying to raise your financials, budgeting is a very simple tool that can really help you do that. And when it comes to budgeting, guys, and building wealth, it simply comes down to you need to make sure your income is greater than your expenses. Now, when you first think about that, so many people think that, I need to find different ways to make more money, right? I need to raise my income. I need to get a raise. I need to get another job. I need to find a side hustle. I need to increase my income. And yes, that's a great thing. If you can do that, let's do that. Let's try to increase that income as much as possible to help you reach your goals. However, so many people feel stuck where I can't get a raise. I can't switch jobs right now. I can't do this, right? My income is locked and I don't know what to do. Well, if that's the case for you guys, why not look at the other half of that and try to decrease your expenses? Instead of being so focused on different ways to try to increase that income and feeling stuck, why not first look at everything you're already paying for and see if there's things that you can cut back and still manage? I truly believe that each and every one of us are probably paying for some stuff that we don't absolutely need. And this includes myself. I pay for streaming services and I pay for, different apps and different things that I may not necessarily need. And if it comes to the point where my income is not greater than my expenses, I need to look at those and say, okay, what can I actually cut back on? Do I actually need this? And if not, maybe it's something I get rid of for at least a few months, right? Maybe not forever, right? But maybe it's something I start cutting down until I'm able to increase my income, until I'm building that wealth a little bit more. So you really got to ask yourself, what can I actually cut back on? And again, everyone's going to be a little bit different. There's things that we feel that we absolutely need. And again, I'm not saying don't have fun, don't buy, luxuries, don't buy streaming services, don't buy subscriptions. I'm not saying any of that, right? But understand that if you're trying to increase your wealth, right, and your income is not at a place where you can actually increase it easily, right? Maybe you start there with your expenses and you look at what you can cut back on, even if it's just a little bit, right? Maybe you're at a point where your income and your expenses are evenly matched, where essentially all the money that you're making is paying for your expenses exactly. You're basically living paycheck to paycheck, right? If you're trying to increase your wealth, again, one way is to increase your income. But again, if you can't do that right now, look at those expenses, because even if you decrease those expenses just by a little bit, right? Let's say, for example, you cut it down by $10. Well, now you're saving an extra $10 per month, right? Start small. And as you do that, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Your savings are going to grow. And then you can start looking at different things where that savings can now maybe be invested into something. They can be put into crypto. They can be put into stocks, whatever it may be, right? But even if you just start small, cut back on one little thing, that's going to help you guys, again, start building that wealth. Look at those things, see what you can cut back on. And again, that's going to help you have your income higher than your expenses. You don't necessarily need to focus on the income increasing, but looking at those expenses possibly decreasing. And I know it said we're not going to really talk about fitness today, but let's use this example, right? Let's say you're trying to get in better shape, you're trying to lose weight, right? Instead of trying to go out there and be focused on trying to burn more calories, do more cardio, and do all this kind of stuff, why don't you look at your diet and try to cut back on the calorie intake? Just because you're trying to lose weight doesn't mean you need to increase the amount of calories that you're burning. What you could do is simply decrease the amount of calories that you're eating. And that's the same way that we kind of look at our bank accounts. Instead of increasing that income, we can look at those expenses and try to cut down those. And there's so many different ways to budget, right? I'm not going to give you guys any specific examples. I don't want to look like I'm trying to promote any app or service or anything like that, right? But you guys can use so many different things to help you. There's different apps out there that can help you budget, right? There's different bank accounts and bank services that can help you budget. There's spreadsheets that I like to use, using a simple spreadsheet, writing it down on paper. Whatever method works best for you, that's the way to go, right? Finding a service, finding a spreadsheet, a piece of paper, whatever it may be, use that to help you start budgeting. And again, find the tools that work best for you. So that's the first tip, guys. I challenge you to start looking at your budget, start looking at your income versus your expenses and see, can I increase my income? Because if I can, that's great. Let me find a side hustle. Let me try to get a raise. Let me try to do something different to where I can increase that income. But if you can't right now, or you feel like you can't, right? Look at your expenses, start cutting down on those. And then from there, that can help you again, start building wealth and start heading in the right direction. So that was tip number one. Tip number two, guys, is use your money to buy time, not just stuff. Now, what does that mean? Well, so many people, when they get a paycheck, right, and they get more money than they expected, right, what do? They want to spend it. They want to buy fancy clothes. They want to go buy the new shoes that just came out. They want to go upgrade their car, all this kind of stuff, right? And they're buying all these luxuries, not necessities. Now, again, guys, I'm not saying don't enjoy your life. No, don't go out there and buy the stuff that you really want, right? But understand that if you're trying to grow your income, you're trying to grow your wealth, right? What do you need to do first? Focus on the necessities, not the luxuries. Instead of going out there and trying to buy a new Rolex, right? Why not go out there and first pay off your debts? Why not look for investment opportunities? Why not look for different things that can help you make more money in the long run and help you get that financial freedom that we all desire versus just trying to get the instant gratification of buying something now? And that's the key, guys. That's where the discipline kicks in. Instead of trying to buy all the stuff that you want, really think about the stuff that you need that's going to help you with your long-term goals. And again, I think that's what we all desire, guys, is that financial freedom. Not so much about the financial part, not so much about being rich or being a billionaire or being a trillionaire. It's about the freedom that comes with that, right? By able to, have the money to be able to say, you know what, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, and not worry about the finances. That's what we want, that freedom, right? Money shouldn't necessarily be the goal, right? Money should be a tool to help you reach the goal of that freedom. And so that's why it's always smart to use your money in the right way, right? Again, buy the things that are going to help you have more time, have more freedom versus buying the new iPhone or the new shoes that just came out. So every time you go buy something, guys, ask yourself the question, is this going to improve my freedom? Is this going to help me achieve my goals? Or is this going to be something that's just giving me a quick dopamine hit? Is this something that's going to be a very short-term lived where, yes, I got it, it's nice, it's cool, and then in the next month, I'm going to want something else? These are the honest conversations you got to have with yourself to really start building your wealth in the right direction. So again, what are some ways that we can buy time instead of stuff, right? Well, again, paying off debt. By paying off your debt, guys, that's going to help you in the long term. You're not going to have that debt to worry about. You can now save more money to where you're not worrying about that. You have it to be able to buy stuff for your freedom. Another thing you can do is invest the money, right? Look into Forex, look into crypto, look into stocks, right? Look into rental properties, right? Maybe go buy another house to where you can start renting it out, start making more income, right? Instead of buying a brand new car, right? Look for those opportunities that can help you guys continue to build money, continue to increase that income, to continue to build that wealth and that long-term freedom. Another thing you can do is if you're trying to build a business or trying to build a side hustle, right? Are you looking for things that can help you streamline your services? For example, right? Maybe you need to do email marketing, right? Are you typing out every single email word for word? Or maybe you're using AI now, right? AI can be a very powerful tool. That's what I use for some of my emails, right? I throw it into an AI service, say, hey, I need an email for this topic. Help me write this email. It writes it for me. I look at it, read it over, make some changes that I need to, send out the email. Same thing with my social media posts, right? So I don't sit there and write every single social media post and try to create every single picture from scratch, right? I use AI to help me write the post. Again, I make the changes that are necessary. I then go and create an AI image that goes with the post, right? Match them up together, schedule the posts on my social media pages, and I create a month's worth of posts in a couple of hours just by using AI services to help me streamline that process. Because if I wrote every single post by itself and created every image from scratch, that would take me hours and maybe even days and maybe even weeks to create those posts. So instead of taking all that time by doing that, I'm able to streamline this and be able to work on different things more by investing in those AI services. Another thing is maybe you're trying to eat healthier and you're trying to meal prep for the week, right? But you still need to go to the store and buy the groceries. Still need to come back and cook every Sunday, every Thursday to be able to meal prep for a few days afterwards, right? And it's taking so many hours out of your week to be able to do all that, right? Yes, it's probably streamlining the process a little bit from, making meals every single day, right? But it's still taking time out of your day that you could possibly use to build your business, your side hustle, right? So in this case, maybe a meal prep service is perfect for you, where you can go online, and I'm not going to, again, promote any service specifically, right? But maybe you can find a meal prep service to where they can send the food to your house. You can put it in the fridge, and when you're ready to eat, you just take it out, throw it in the microwave. You're ready to eat a nice, nutritious meal from these services, right? And instead of that taking your time to go buy groceries and cook all these meals, now you can use that time to be able to start building your business, start working extra hours on building that side hustle and doing the things that you need to, and then you can eat when you need to, and it's already ready to go for you. So these are different things that you can really start to consider of what can help me in the long run. Yes, it may cost money now to be able to buy that service, buy that meal prep plan, right? But if I'm able to pay a little bit money to that now to where I can put more hours into my business, into my side hustle, right? Maybe I'm able to now make more money by doing that and be able to pay for these services. So again, the idea is to not go out and just buy the things that you want and all these luxuries, but buy the stuff that's going to help you with your long-term goals. That's what's going to help you guys, again, gain that financial freedom that you desire. And there's actually been studies done that support this, that's saying that people that spend money on time-saving purchases feel more happy and they feel less stressed because they don't have to worry about that stuff, right? What they do is now that you have that stuff already ready to go for you, you have that meal prep in the fridge, you have those AI services, you're able to cut down on time, not stress so much more about deadlines or anything like that, right? You're able to dive a little bit deeper into the work that you need to get done. That's going to help you build that business, build that side hustle, whatever it may be. But again, you'll have less stress because all that stuff is already done and prepared for you. So that was tip number 2, guys. Use your money to buy time, not just stuff. And last but not least, guys, tip number 3, focus on building skills rather than chasing quick money. You know, so many people, they want the shortcut, right? They want that trend that's going to streamline their path to success, right? They want the holy grail that's just going to give them quick and instant gratification. But I'm sure you guys are aware that that is very rarely the case, that you can actually just get a quick shortcut and be successful automatically. Success takes time. It takes hard work. It takes dedication. And that's no different from building wealth, of course, right? We understand that when you build wealth, guys, it's going to come from that long-term grind. It's going to come from you putting in the work every single day. So instead of trying to chase and trying to find this holy grail that doesn't exist, guys, focus on building the skills that are going to help you in the long run. If you're trying to build an online business, do you know how to build a website? Do you know how to email market? Do you know how to build a social media presence, right? Have you learned those skills? And if you haven't, that's okay, but start learning now. Don't push it off and just try to find a quick little shortcut that's going to automate every single thing for you. That's just going to automatically do it. And you don't have to worry about anything, right? Start learning the skills that are going to help you build this. Now, I'm not saying don't use websites and services that can help you, streamline your path to success, right? Like we talked about the AI services with email and social media posts. That definitely helps me and helps me save a lot of time, right? But do you know how to use those skills? Do you know how to use AI? Do you know where to start? Right? Have you started to look into how I can actually learn this skill of knowing exactly what to tell AI, what prompts to use, right? How do I actually dive deeper into this kind of stuff? Start learning those skills now that can help you achieve your goals. Yes, it's always great to find a shortcut or find something that can help you get something done a little bit quicker, right? But if you can actually take the time to learn a skill that's going to help you with your goals in the long run, that's going to be a lot more valuable than this quick shortcut. Again, it's not about that instant gratification, guys. We want to be focused on the long-term growth, the long-term goals. What is our end game, right? How can we get there? Well, again, it comes from doing the long processes that are going to help us achieve that success, right? So what are different skills that you guys can learn? Well, just to name a few, guys, the first one is learning sales, right? Almost everything comes down to sales, right? You're either selling a product, selling a service, or selling yourself, right? You're trying to, convince people of something, to buy something, or to, believe in you, whatever it may be, guys. But sales is a very important skill that I've come to learn, when it comes to network marketing and just networking the right people. I've learned and improved my sales skills so much, right? And that has helped me so many different ways to be involved in the different stuff that I have, to market my own services, to market, the platforms that I've been a part of, right? It helps you guys by understanding that I know how to speak to the people a little bit differently and start learning more about the emotional side of things versus just the numbers and the prices. So learning sales may be a perfect skill for you guys to start. Again, if you're trying to build a business, trying to build your own brand, right? Learning sales can help you start marketing that a little bit better. Another skill is digital marketing. Do you know how to set up a website, set up email marketing, create social media posts, create an online presence, right? Do you know how to do that stuff? If not, start learning, right? Look for courses, look for YouTube videos, right? Look for stuff that can help you start to streamline that path to success. Look for stuff that can really help you build that skill so you can start promoting your business a little bit better and start getting better outreach. Another skill is communication. And this is one that's been huge for me, right? If you guys don't know me, I'm very introverted. I like to be home. I like to be by myself, right? And if you would have told me in high school that I would have a podcast and I'd be running live calls, educating people, I would have told you you're nuts. I had no communication skills back then. I was very shy, very, want to be away from people, right? And now by learning that skill, connecting with the right people, I feel that I can educate. I feel that I have knowledge that I could share with people. And I feel that I can communicate it a lot better than the person I used to be. So by learning communication skills, connecting with the right people, practicing presentations and calls and different things like that, it's helped me, reach the level that I am today. And I know I can continue to get better. So I'm always trying to improve my communication and social skills so I can continue to grow. Now, those are just a few generic skills that I believe everybody can learn, but are you looking more into skills that are specific to you, right? Maybe you're trying to learn more about investing. Are you looking into trading? Are you looking into crypto, blockchain, NFTs, DAOs, right? What are you looking for that's going to help you, again, reach that goal. Maybe you're interested in crypto, but you're scared to get started. You don't know where to start. Well, maybe you start looking at YouTube videos, start looking for online courses, whether it's from me or for anybody else, guys. Start finding the stuff that's going to help you learn that skill set, because I do believe that crypto is going to be the future, right? That's just my personal opinion, right? So why not get involved now and start learning more about Bitcoin, learning more about Ripple, learning more about Innate, Lemon, all these different projects, guys, that again can maybe help you start building that long-term wealth. Are you learning other skills that are specific to your current field, right? Or maybe you're trying to be a chef. Well, you need to learn how to cook different things, right? Maybe you're trying to be a mechanic. Well, you need to learn more about cars, right? Are you learning these different skills that can help you guys reach the next level? One skill that I took the time to personally learn that I really think helped me with the opportunities that I received, guys, is content creation, right? Becoming a graphic designer, right? When I first started trading and started getting involved and wanting to become an educator, right? I didn't know anything about graphic design, but I decided, you know what? If I'm going to be creating videos and I'm going to be doing calls and all this kind of stuff, I wanted to be able to create flyers. I want to be able to create different thumbnails and different logos and all these kind of stuff, right? So I took the time to really start looking into different services, looking into Adobe, looking into Canva, looking into all these different platforms that can help me start to learn this skill. And I learned from YouTube videos and I learned from online courses, right? I learned from multiple different places and I'm fully self-taught. And now I've kind of built a career out of it. And I feel that if I never actually learned the skill to be able to create my own thumbnails, to do video editing and do all this kind of stuff, guys, I wouldn't be at the place that I am today. No way would I have been able to build my own website and create this podcast and the logos and thumbnails and everything that comes with it and do all the video editing. No way would I become an educator in trading if I didn't know how to edit my own videos and create the thumbnails and flyers and spreadsheets and all the things that I did. I really feel that if I did not take the time to learn this skill set, I, one, would have never found a passion for it and created a career out of it by becoming a graphic designer. But two, I would have never had the opportunity to become a trading educator, become a DAO committee member, right? I feel that I would have set me back so much further that I would have just fallen in the pack with everybody else and not stood out to be able to receive the opportunities that I have. And I say that as humble as possible because I'm absolutely grateful for where I'm at. But I feel that because of my effort to be able to learn different skill sets, learn a skill set like graphic design and communication and all these different things, it helped me elevate my skill set and stand out from a few of the others and be able to actually receive the opportunities that I did. So I believe that I'm living proof that by taking time and learning different skills, it can help you achieve the goals that you have and help you achieve the freedom that you want. So I encourage you guys, start looking for online courses, start looking for videos, start reading books, right? Do the things that can help you guys learn new skills that can help you achieve your goals in the long run. And again, by doing that and learning new skills, guys, that's going to be way more valuable than just by trying to chase quick money. So with that being said, guys, that is what I got for you guys on today's special episode of Money Muscle Mindset. Again, 3 tips to help you guys build wealth. Again, number 1, master your cash flow. Start working on your budget. Make sure your income is greater than your expenses. Okay. Tip number 2, buy time, not just things, right? Don't focus on the luxuries and the brand new car and the new iPhone, all that kind of stuff, right? Focus on the stuff that's going to help you in the long run to achieve your goals. And tip number 3, guys, start learning new skills that can help you guys, again, achieve those goals. Remember, don't just focus on the quick money and the things that seem easy now. Focus on learning the skill set that can help you, again, develop the skills over time, help you grow and be able to receive more opportunities and help you achieve your goals in the long run. It's like that saying, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Don't just try to go up and grab a fish from somebody every single day, because if that person stops fishing, what are you going to do? You can't be dependent on people like that. You got to be able to go out and defend for yourself. So take the time, learn the skill set of fishing, learn how to throw that line in the water, learn how to reel in that fish and be able to create your own opportunities. Learn the skills that are going to pay off in the long run. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this very special episode of Money Muscle Mindset. Let's keep it rolling, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to leave you guys as I always do. Remember, success isn't just about the money you make or the muscles you build. It's also about the mindset you develop along the way. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you on the next episode of Money Muscle Mindset.